fucking demolished them. Like, that's insane. He out-strategized. Once again, he proved he out-strategized Drake. Drake thinks he's like, he's delaying him or he's stalling him because he's scared to put music out. Meanwhile,
what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. Please like the video and subscribe. Our target is only 1,000 likes. So just when you thought the drama between the two rap giants, Drake and Kendrick Lamar, wouldn't get any more intense, Drake sued Universal Music Group for defamation. On Wednesday, Drake filed a defamation case against UMG in a New York federal court. In his lawsuit, Drake has accused UMG, the parent company of both artists, of orchestrating a malicious campaign against him. So Drake has alleged that the music label promoted Kendrick Lamar's diss track, Not Like Us, which he said contains false allegations and caused significant harm to his reputation. As per Drake's lawsuit, the song includes damaging claims including accusations of pedophilia and calls for vigilante justice against him. Drake has also argued that UMG knew all about the lyrics of the song and the images used in the music video and still chose to publish the track for profit.
we find out that this nigga, Kendrick Lamar Duckworth, signed a record deal with UMG days before dropping Euphoria. Like, come
August,
on, dog.
I think. So this is the timeline of it.
Come on, dog, what?
Like that
That's
dropped.
insane. He was waiting to get his business in order to fucking then go to battle with Drake and fucking demolish them. Like, that's insane. He out-strategized. Once again, he proved he out-strategized Drake. Drake thinks he's like, he's delaying him or he's stalling him because he's scared to put music out. Meanwhile, this guy's handling his business literally, getting this deal probably where he wants it to be, and getting all his affairs in order, and then came with the missile. Like, are you out of your fucking mind? That's the biggest thing to me. But that's insane.
Well, this is the timeline. Like
Elliot
that
Wilson
dropped.
But we didn't know that till
March
this lawsuit
22nd.
came out. I didn't know that. Did you? You knew that? You didn't tell us.
Why wouldn't you do that?
Do what? Sign a record deal right before you're about to engage with a battle with the biggest rapper of that company?
Okay, let's.
A new deal. Because
All
he's
right.
already in the system, but he structured a whole new deal.
Okay, hold on. Let's back up.
Yes, let's do that.
talk facts that are publicly available.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, love that.
Miss Morale and the Big Steppers, 2022.
Yeah.
Right? Before the album gets released, Dot drops OKLlama.com.
Yes.
On there, he drops a statement piece. Hey, this is going to be my last album
On the album.
TDE.
Yeah.
I fulfilled my obligation, et cetera, et cetera. That's not verbatim.
Yeah.
Whatever. So now Dot is quote unquote a free agent,
Yes.
right? Meaning he could play for whatever team he wants to play for or his own.
Yep.
Dave Free and Kendrick Lamar launch and announce PG Lang.
Yep.
It's its own imprint. It's its own entity. They then announce and debut a rapper named Baby Keem.
Drew the Sony system, if I remember right.
Through PG Lang, through
Sony system. Sony.
correct.
Yep.
Right?
Not the key.
But again, there's some more music business for people who aren't in the music business and you don't understand how this shit fucking works.
Chuck so down in the
They're not contract lawyers out there. I thought they were all like.
you have a nation of contract lawyers.
Yeah,
If you have an independent label imprint, I'm speaking on, let's use TDE for example. You might have a Ray Vaughn and a SZA who signed TDE, but then they get distributed or signed off to a major label like RCA, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then you also have an artist like Schoolboy Q who's on Interscope.
Or Absol, who isn't on.
Who on Absol, who's not on neither.
Yep.
Right? The label imprint itself is a quote unquote what we call a production company. The production company is responsible for producing that artist. Once the artist is produced, then you can then upsell to another label for distribution or widespread purposes, right? So Absol is just TDE. SZA, Ray Vaughn are TDE, RCA in the Sony system, right?
Ray Vaughn just
And Joey
signed his
Badass is
deal.
TD East.
I'm just
kidding. Keep going. I just had
Don't leave the top. August 29th, Joey Badass.
Keep going. Sorry.
That was a good one, though. That was a good one, Henry. That was a good one.
Schoolboy Q is signed to TDE through Interscope.
Yeah.
So PG Lang is its own production company,
PG Lang, I like that hat.
akin and similar to TDE, in which they house and produce the artist. And then you can then move whatever artist to whatever entity you choose to do business with, right? So that being said, if Baby Keem is over here in the Sony system, Kendrick is still free and clear to do whatever he wants as Kendrick Lamar, the artist.
Wouldn't the assumption be that he was going to join the Sony system and put himself out through that system
Why?
also? I believe the assumption would be that because this is his own imprint, PG Lang.
See, you confusing people again. No, PG Lang is the
No, that he was signed and distributed stuff through his own label.
No, because PG Lang is not beholden to Sony System.
They're not.
That's what I'm saying.
But he chose to not do his deal through his PG Lang thing. He chose to do his own separate deal directly to UMG instead of doing a deal through his imprint. Also, like the label I own, like Jay-Z on Rockefeller Records through Def Jam. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
He decided not to do that. Obviously,
right? Because PG Lang is just ancillary, right? Mm-hmm. So. Then, now that he's free and clear, he's a free agent, he can go to play for the Lakers, he can play for the Miami Heat, he can play for whoever he wants to play for. Why wouldn't you do a business deal, a record deal for distribution of your music before distributing music? I don't see why.
Well, you would, but if you are the other guy who's the star player on that team and you see another guy come in right before he's about to go to a big one-on-one game with you that's televised and he does a new deal, if you're the guy who's currently the star and the new star is coming onto the team and this guy signs a deal and says, oh, we're going to put all our money behind you right now for the next year as you take on our biggest act, I see why he would be like, okay, this looks fishy. Or because not everyone is as vain as everyone else,
I'm going to do a new deal anyway because I like putting music out.
But the 3 days before the...
How do you know that the deal wasn't already in the works?
It says agreement with Kendrick Lamar dated April 27th, 2024.
But how do you know that? That's fine. If I sign to the bigger picture January 1st, we've had prior conversations
before. Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
He's probably like, yo, if you want to button up this deal, I can do this independently. And it has...
So I have had conversations with, like, I have something, I'm about to announce 2 or 3 things in the next month, right? These conversations
it didn't happen overnight. It didn't happen.
These conversations have been happening since February.
Yeah.
That's the way business works.
Yeah.
So for people to assume that, oh, this looks fishy because it's 3 days and shut the fuck up. You know what the fuck you're talking about? When as an employer, whenever you went in for a job interview, got hired that same day, got onboarded, went through HR process and got all your paperwork squared away the same fucking day. That's stupid.
So the idea that people are saying, I guess they're speculating that signing Kendrick on the top of this thing was UMG choosing a side in the sense of favoring Kendrick as he was about to engage in this battle. That's what people are speculating.
Well, that's what I'm saying. People are saying that, and that's how it might look. The other thing, though, I do want to say, based on what your timeline was, is that we kind of had the same conversation around Mr. Morale. A lot of people were saying that UMG was purposefully dropping the ball on promoting that album because it was Kendrick's last album and overestimating the marketing dollars or over pushing Drake's albums that came out that year, which was Her Loss and Honestly Nevermind. That same conversation was happening at that point. So again, the only thing I dislike, there's a lot that I dislike about this lawsuit. The biggest thing I dislike is the hypocrisy that exists in all of these narratives of like, you are using this same system. You know exactly how it works, which is why you're able to point things out because they were done for you. And so then for you to point the finger at the other side and be like, you can't do that. I can do that. I just think that that's kind of crazy.
Yes.
Do we think that Drake was aware that Kendrick was signing a new deal before engaging in this battle? Do we think Drake was aware of it, of what was going on business wise on that side of the camp?
He does like to ask for things in advance.
I want to shout out to Macaulay Culkin.
Home Alone?
Okay.
It's a good movie.
Okay.
He's a great actor.
Not Home
Greatest
Alone.
child actor of all time?
Not because of Home Alone.
Because of his other his film.
There was another film that Macaulay Culkin starred in.
Okay, here we go. You know where he's going, Elise? I'm scared.
Okay, he was in Home Alone 2.
No.
Wasn't that
My Girl?
Nope.
Richie Rich.
That
great movie. That's a great film.
I loved Richie Rich.
Richie Rich was great.
I loved the premise of Richie Rich.
Yeah, for those who don't know, it's Richie Rich is the wealthiest kid in the world, but when his parents go missing, he'll need help from friends to save both his family and his fortune.
Oh, I don't like where this is going. I don't like it.
I really enjoyed that film because there was a kid who was spoiled rotten. And he had everything.
Right? All the toys.
He had everything. He had the money, the fame.
He had gadgets.
He had tech. He had the family. The mom,
house.
Everything was amazing.
That young Iceman right there. Look at that young Iceman.
Everything was amazing in Richie Rich's world.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it was. He had a slide, I think.
And the first time that something went wrong in his life, all hell broke loose. The other plot line that I love about this film, it's a great movie. You should go check it out. Go look that shit up.
I think it's on Netflix these days.
The other plot line in this film, which is probably the most important takeaway that I took away when I was a kid watching Richie Rich, is that no matter how much you had, when he got in his helicopter and he flew over the hood and he was looking at them kids playing baseball in the hood, them dirty little,
I love this show.
Them dirty little ghetto kids. All he wanted to do,
dirty little ghetto kids.
all he wanted to do was play with them. And they rejected him because he was fucking Richie Rich. And he became resentful towards them because he just didn't fit in with them. He just could not play with them or whatever. And then eventually he earned their respect and their trust and whatnot because it's a happily ever after type movie.
That's how movies go.
That's how movies go. But in the reality, you have the mansion, you have the vault, you have the riches, you have everything that you would ever want. And all you want to do is come down to the hood and play with these kids. And they wouldn't fucking with you because you not like us.
Oh,